Okay, so it's time to get hands-on with some large language models. So hop on to Google or your favorite search engine and just search for ChatGPT. It should come up as probably the first result. And what you need to do is, if you haven't already signed up, please do sign up, or log in if you have already signed up. It should only take a second. I'm just going to log in now. And voila, after you've logged in, you should be ready to go. And you've got a little disclaimer, which is probably worth having a read of, because indeed, ChatGPT doesn't always get it right. Cool. So I'm going to give you two options as we go through this hands-on workshop. Either you can follow the fictional example that I'll be going through, or you can adapt the example I'm going through to your personal circumstances or your personal organisation. I shall leave it up to you. However, if you are going to do it for your personal organisation, please do remember to just not put any sensitive business sort of information into ChatGPT without prior permission of your line manager. Okay, cool. So if you're following me along in the fictional sort of scenario, let's imagine you own a small chain of pizza restaurants. And we're going to start by asking ChatGPT to help us with a really boring and common administrative task: writing a new job description for a new head chef. So writing this is what we call a prompt, the thing we're going to write into this chatbot. And let's just write a really simple one to start with. So write a job description for a head chef. Cool. Wow. Now, we didn't give ChatGPT much context in that prompt. So now let's expand the context. Let's say, our pizza restaurant chain is called Pizza Passion. We want the chef to be creative because our Pizza Passion restaurants differentiate themselves by creating pizzas that look unique. Perhaps the chef needs to work Tuesday to Saturday evenings. And perhaps even we might want to add a bit of colour to this, like, I don't know, the last chef was sacked because he or she didn't update the menu frequently enough. So go ahead, rewrite the prompt with some of that sort of extra colour this time to the prompt. Awesome. So hopefully you've done that now, and hopefully what you're finding is by us giving more context to the large language model, it's actually adapting its response, taking that into account, which is pretty cool. Key responsibilities now, number one, is menu innovation, because we've told them that creativity and having new menus is really important for us, and we actually sacked the last chef for a lack of new menus. So what you've seen here is that we have engineered our prompt, and this field is actually called prompt engineering. We've engineered our prompt to give the chatbot, to give the large language model more context, which actually considerably improve the output. What you'll notice, though, is that these job descriptions are pretty long, though. And this is a common feature of LLMs, that they can be very wordy. Luckily, they can summarize pretty effectively too. So now I want you to ask ChatGPT to summarize our job description into a short job advert and a 10-word strapline. Awesome. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? So by adding some constraints there, we can further improve our output from the large language model. So hopefully you're getting the hang of this by now. The better prompt you give, the better output you get back. So now let's imagine that Pizza Passion is based in Galway in Ireland. Perhaps we want to capture the potential applicant's attention by making our job advert rather more unique. Perhaps we want to turn our job advert into a limerick. Love it. Fantastic. We are going to have applicants flooding into our inbox. So your Irish pizza chef turns up, and over a cold Guinness, you tell her how you use ChatGPT to create the job advert that she applied for. Initially skeptical, she asks you for a demo. The next day she comes back, admitting to having played with ChatGPT all night, and she tells you how she's been using ChatGPT to help her come up with creative ideas to drive menu innovation in pizza passion. So you try it, okay? And maybe, and this is a great example of how you can use ChatGPT to help you ideate, to come up with creative ideas, and we're going to use it now to do just that. So come up with 10 creative ideas for how we could differentiate pizza passion's menu offerings. Cool. And let's see what happens. Ooh, I love it. Which one of those is getting your mouth watering right now? I must admit, we are coming towards Halloween right now as I film this. I'm wondering about, a Halloween-themed pizza. I think that's pretty smart. Gourmet stuffed pizzas filled with unique ingredients, similar to calzones, but with inventive twists. That sounds very much like a calzone to me, but okay, I like it. Great ideas. So perhaps you say to her, I like... the first one, seasonal pizza creation. But, what could you talk me through how we might do sort of an MVP of this? How we might trial it? Okay, let's ask ChatGPT. How might we trial the first idea and see whether it works? Oh, I spelt it wrong, but hey, we'll deal with it. So yes, we might plan the trial. Yes, I agree. We'll market it. We need to get some customer feedback. I agree. Perhaps a special event, I think I saw there. Summer pizza party. That sounds fun. Sign me up. Make sure the staff are trained. Get some data analysis. I love it. So what you can hopefully see here is, we can just use ChatGPT to help us with the ideation and planning process. So, we have a think, and I actually decide that I think I've got better ideas than ChatGPT. So I come up with an idea where I want to use ChatGPT to come up with personalised pizzas for our guests. So I'm going to chuck it in here. I chat to one of our customers. I say, hey, tell me a little bit about your personality. I'm going to design a pizza based on your personality. And I pop in this prompt for one of my very fiery customers. My favourite film is Face Off, and the weirdest thing about me is I have a blue pizza badge. Cool. So what pizza is it coming up with? The Blaze Off Pizza. Okay, this sounds pretty fiery. Sriracha tomato sauce, double pepperoni, peppers and jalapeno slices. I like it. So, I know we're going for a slightly ridiculous example here. What I'm trying to bring out is how you can use large language models for personalization too. Now, we're just going to have a look at one more tool in this little hands-on section called Dall-E. So if you pop into Google DALLE and navigate to Dall-E, then what you can do in here is you can write natural language. You can write a prompt, and it will actually, instead of giving you a text reply, it will create, using AI, an AI-generated original image. So continuing our pizza theme, why don't we ask it to create a picture of a pizza with pepper and pepperoni toppings in the shape of a smiley face. Maybe. Let's give that a go. Okay, so it's loading. Let's bear with it. What on earth is this going to look like? Wow. I mean, that looks pretty dodgy. It looks like a bit of kitchen surface has made its way through the pizza. But this, I like. This, I like too. And here, we're seeing AI-generated images that have never been seen by anyone before based on our natural language prompt. And I just think that's absolutely incredible. And it gives you a feeling for how, now and in the future, we're going to see the combination of powerful machine learning algorithms to give us new and unique functionality. Okay, we'll end this video now. Hopefully you've enjoyed our first little foray into large language models. Now it's your turn, to apply the above to your business domain if you haven't already. Here's some suggested areas for you to think about. 1. What written task are you struggling with right now? Try to ask ChatGPT to do it for you. Secondly, which large bit of text do you need to understand but you don't have time to read? Why don't you ask ChatGPT to summarize it for you? Thirdly, what's your current marketing plan and what are some alternatives perhaps? Fourthly, maybe what's your customer's biggest pain point and ask ChatGPT of some novel ways to fix it. And then finally, perhaps if you're a leader, perhaps you can pop your strategy in. And you can ask for some feedback on the biggest strengths and weaknesses of your strategy and what you might do to address your strategy. There's a few ideas. Hey, you might come up with all sorts of better ones than me. Enjoy.